Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5. I thought I'd give you a heads up or an introduction to what Cold Steel is offering in 2020. Let me get on the first page. I just want to show you the stuff that interests me. And first up on the list is this Chieftain Axe. It looks amazing. It's so awesome looking. I'd love to wear this at a Renaissance festival. Even though it's not a Renaissance item, it would belong. People would think it's cool. I love it much better than the Woodsman's axe. But also, I'm not planning on getting this at all, but the Hudson Bay Axe has a new hafting system, which is some kind of clamp, and it's supposed to be quick repair haft. But this is the thing that I've been lusting over for a long time. They've been leaking this out and showing it in some of their videos. This is the Boreal Crius in 5.5 inches. I love the Vaquero. I'm sure I'm going to love the Crius. I love the Crius blade shape. Or if you're into HEMA, it's the Flambeige blade shape. My friend Matt Cornelius is going to love these new tomahawks. If you're not familiar, Matt Cornelius modifies and customizes tomahawks. He does a lot of wood carving and blade treatments and stuff and sharpening. And if you haven't followed him on YouTube or Instagram, his name is Cornelius Creations. And you get to see a lot of amazing things. He does a lot of custom work, Bible verses or freedom. He does a lot of them for military people who want to commemorate something. And this is the Black Bear Classic, and it's a model, or it's a interpretation of the Bob Loveless Big Bear. And I love this design from Bob Loveless. Instead of being just sharpened, let me click on it. Instead of being just sharpened on the clip like most fighters, like a Randall or some of the buoys, it's actually a double-edged clip point. The edge goes all the way to the ricasso on both sides. You get a metal guard and a metal trigger or subhilt. And I have the OSS, which is very lightweight, very cool. We know we'll kill a Cape Buffalo, but I want the steel front guard. I don't have to have the trigger or the subhilt, but to me, the front guard being metal or metallic is a must for me. So I have the OSS. I'd much rather have this, and it's not outrageous in price. It's still expensive, but it's not like $500 like the vintage ones go for on eBay. My brother has the Spetsnaz trench shovel. He'll have a video on that on his channel, I'm sure. I like that triage for HEMA, but I'm not a HEMA practitioner. I just think it's a well-done one from the internet. I'm going to go ahead and say this. This is my own opinion. This is the Click and Cut. This is a replaceable blade knife, and I hate these. Not that you can get different blade shapes, but these are kind of disposable blades. The blades are made out of 420J2, which, in my opinion, is a terrible blade steel and does not belong on an edged blade or any blade. It's okay for handle material and for fittings, but 420J2 does not belong on a blade, in my opinion. And I don't like the concept of disposable blades. A lot of inconsiderate people get these knives, and when the blade gets dull, they chunk them out in the woods and then replace the blade. I don't like that at all, because wildlife can injure themselves on the blade, or if those kids run around barefooted, it could happen, could injure themselves. So I do not want any animal to be injured, or unless it's going to be taken humanely for consumption of meat, and or in self-defense. Other than that, it needs to be done humanely. And as you can see, these are disposable blades. Check this out. This is the Marauder with a fully serrated blade. That is so badass. I don't plan on getting one, but That is just very intimidating. I would not want to mess with anybody that has that. And if they can do that with the Marauder, can they do that with a XL Espada? That would be amazing. And also, there's a fully serrated Cuban, which I think is cool. But they do have something missing on that page they put on their Instagram, and that is the Falcone. I love Spanish blades, which is funny because Falcone is actually a Portuguese word, I believe. This does not look like a Falcone to me. Now, it could be a much bigger size than it actually looks in the picture, but this looks like a Cuchillo Campo or Campo Cuchillo, which is basically a barbecue knife. But the barbecue knife is very reminiscent or very similar to the puña, which they have puñas in Spain and they have puñas in Argentina. But the puñas in Argentina have very elaborate, like sterling silver handles or stainless steel handles or aluminum handles, depending on, when they're made and how old they are. And they're very elaborate. And they get to be very long, like maybe 2.5, 3 foot. And falcones are usually big. They're made from broken swords, broken sabers, or bayonets. And falcones usually have a guard on them, and this does not. This has more of the Mediterranean blade shape. But regardless, it is a Argentinian knife, and I love all things Spain, Spanish, Mexican, Latin American, Spanish Empire, basically. And I think they have some cool blades, and this is probably going to be on my list. This is my want list from Cold Steel: the Chieftain Axe, the Chris Voyager, the Black Bear Classic, and the Falcone. I don't know when or if I'm going to get all of them. Definitely going to get the Crius, and I'm going to have to decide between the Chieftain Axe and the Falcone, and probably eventually get the Black Bear, hopefully. Now, I have other things on my list as well. Those 2 knives from a different company that I want that are relatively expensive. And there's some guns that I want that I'm probably not going to get anytime soon. I'm trying to up my production values and get better at self-filming testing videos. I normally don't self-film testing videos. Usually I have my brother filming with me, and it's a very cool interactive thing, but it's getting harder and harder to film with him. So I want to get up my self-filming game. And just to show you something kind of interesting, that is a vertical grip knife for your AR-15 or MSR PDW. And I thought that was like the funniest thing. I was like, what, is bayonets not cool enough anymore? But that's a retractable blade that acts as a vertical grip on your tactical gun. Fits on the Picatinny rail. And yeah, that's a thing. It was a couple of really expensive cuckoo clocks I'd love to have. That one's cool, and I also love that one. But this one is more in my realistic price range. So that's it. Some of my random pictures and stuff. I just wanted to show you what's new with Cold Steel and what I'm looking forward to getting. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to show you. What my brother is really looking forward to is this Lynn Thompson tie light, which is a Crius tie light, and it's made from 440C stainless steel, which is interesting. You don't see 440C used a lot in high-end knives, or we generally don't. I know in the custom world that 440C is sometimes used, and this is the reason why I think Cold Steel is using it, is that it takes a high polish. And I think since this is a signature series with the Crius blade shape, I think they're going to have a nice polish on it. And I think that's why they're using 440C. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. So that's it. Just want to show you what's new and show you what I'm looking forward to. That's it. I'm a Satsu 5, and I'm out.